Bonjour Pifo, comment ça va? Aujourd'hui c'est vendredi, we have a double lesson and I would like you to repeat a little text after me so that you can practice reading it by yourself. It's actually putting all the topics we've learned together this year together into a little paragraph that you will be very proud to realize you understand completely. So, répétez s'il vous plaît. Bonjour, je m'appelle Robert et j'ai 11 ans. J'ai une grande sœur et 3 frères et j'ai aussi 2 grands-parents. Nous avons, which means we have, beaucoup d'animaux, a lot of animals, 2 chats, un gros chien noir très mignon, 2 souris grises, un oiseau jaune et un hamster brun. J'adore les animaux. Et toi, tu aimes les animaux? Tu as des animaux? À l'école, j'ai 2 copains et 4 copines. À la récré, je joue à la marelle et au football. J'aime la géographie et l'anglais, mais je n'aime pas les sciences et je déteste le dessin. Et toi, qu'est-ce que tu aimes à l'école? Le mardi, nous avons 2 leçons de maths, une leçon d'histoire et une leçon de français. Et toi, qu'est-ce que tu as le mardi? Mon anniversaire, c'est le 12 mai. Et toi, quelle est la date de ton anniversaire? Bisous, kiss kiss, Robert. Okay, now you can play this one more time to repeat everything, just to make sure you got your pronunciation right. And after that, I would like you to think of what everything means. And when we have a live lesson this time next Friday, I will be asking you all to read it to me. Your job for this lesson is not only to read, understand, repeat this little text, but also to learn how to answer the questions. And for that, I would like you to learn a very specific way, which I have already taught you before your January exams, which is to understand how to answer comprehension questions using the verb in the question and the pronouns we learned last week. For example, question number 1 is quel âge a Robert? So I want you to be able to identify the verb in a question. In this one, it's a, from the verb avoir. And you know that Robert, being a boy, you can use the pronoun il to answer the question. Instead of answering like a parrot, how old is Robert? Robert is. It's much easier, now that you know how to do it, to replace Robert by il. If it was a girl's name, it would be elle, of course. And the trick here, as I have taught you before, and I would like you to take a screenshot of this lesson, which I will put in your lesson so that you can copy it in your exercise book. The trick is to always use the verb from the question and to replace the noun by a pronoun. And of course, you have to understand what the question means. And once you have written il as an answer, a, which is the verb, then you can look in the text to find the rest of the answer. But I would like you to learn to always start from looking at the question and picking from the question the elements which are going to start your answer. Example number 2, Comment est son chien? How, meaning what is, his dog like? Now, from son chien, you can see that the son tells you that chien is masculine. You already knew that because you learned your vocabulary, didn't you, before? That it's un chien. So you know that you're going to start the answer with il and not elle. It's not sa, which would be feminine, it's son. And then you know your verb est is right there in the middle. So how would you answer? How would you start your answer to comment est son chien? I'm letting you think for a minute. And of course, you found it, I'm sure. You would start with il, and then you would use est, il est. And then let's go back to the text. Where is the answer? We have the word for chien right here, and we have two adjectives, one for size, one for color. So if you answered your question, il est for he is, you would say he is fat and black. Il est gros et noir. And this is how I would like you to answer your comprehension questions. Now let me go down to the questions on my screen so that we can discuss a little more how we're going to answer the rest of the questions. Right, here we have quel âge a Robert? I've already explained this one. Il y a combien de personnes dans sa famille? I'm giving you a little bit of time to think about this one. Where is the verb? It's a verb, it's a group, it's il y a. There is how many people in his family. So you will start with il y a. In the text you find how many people, and then that's your answer. Comment est son chien? We've just done this one. Ils ont combien de souris? So, they have how many mice? Obviously, in English, you wouldn't phrase it that way. You would say, how many mice do they have? You've already got your pronoun and your verb. Very easy. Then you just have to find information in the text. De quelle couleur est son oiseau? We've learned how to say de quelle couleur, what color. Et is your verb. Now, what gender is oiseau? From son, we know that oiseau is masculine. And the word oiseau, a bit difficult to pronounce. Can you repeat, please? Un oiseau. We've learned one type of un oiseau. It was un canari. That was one type of bird because the word oiseau is a bird. À l'école, il a combien de copains et de copines? Again, you have the pronoun and the verb ready for you in the question. Very easy to answer it. Qu'est-ce qu'il aime à l'école? A qu'est-ce que question is always a what question. You've learned qu'est-ce que c'est, what is it. So anything starting with qu'est-ce que is what. What does he like at school? Again, you have the pronoun and the verb ready in your question. Qu'est-ce qu'il n'aime pas? What doesn't he like? Il a quelle matière le mardi? Again, you have the pronouns and the verb in the question. And the last one, quelle est la date de son anniversaire? This one is a bit more tricky because when we answer a question for a date, like I ask you every day in class, c'est quelle date P4? How do you answer that? Yes, you're right. You always answer c'est plus le and then your date. That's how we answer the question in class every time you come in. So you see P4, I have full faith in you now that I've explained the lesson to you. I would like to see your answers in your exercise book with today's date, vendredi 27 mars, and then you can just answer the questions. We'll discuss it further this time next week. Next Friday, we'll have a live lesson and we'll make sure that everybody understood how to do it. D'accord? D'accord, Pifo. Bon week-end!